Hi there, collective. This is a reading for 2026 to see what's coming in for everybody as a whole. And I am working on the individual signs too. But I just thought I would do a broad one to see, to include everybody. Second time I've gotten a message about silver being important in 2026. Something to look into. Silver, you know, it the spirit speaks to us in many different ways, and it is this age of the divine feminine coming back into play, a little bit more balanced out, right, in the energy. And silver could also be representing feminine energy, but also as like a commodity that's going to, or a mineral that is a metal that is going to be used and needed. So it might be a wise investment. The red and white rose. Okay. Okay. So for everybody, this is the Kundalini life force energy. It is integrating and unity, its wholeness within yourself. This can be indicating a lot more energy. A lot more energy that you would be feeling. New energy to work with, to create with. Well, I have that one that came out right away. The offering and the ocean. And Kairos. Okay. That's interesting. Mythical time. Signs, synchronicities. Like you're time traveling. The offering, something is offered up because the energy gets replaced. Whatever is there, something gets offered up. Energy leaves, new energy comes in. So you could be offering something up that you just simply don't need to carry anymore. It can be an emotional burden or a struggle. Here, I offer this up to you. Help me through this. That type of energy here. So something must be offered up, but something else comes in, steps in. You'll see signs. You'll see synchronicities. You'll have new ways of viewing time. Now the ocean. So ocean is a vast. We could think of vastness. Think of emotional. Something being very emotional for us, an emotional new experience. Perhaps this new energy, a new emotional experience. Let me look. I want to look into the book real quick here about Kairos first. What is that? 50, 60, 76. 76. Give me just a moment. Yeah, mythic time and synchronicity. This card is talking about the secondary time continuum. It's actually talking about how everything exists, past, present, future, all at the same time. We're just experiencing it from a certain point or a certain perspective. But when you're more tapped in or tuned in to your spiritual self, your higher self, you would have ability to access, for one thing, information that you might need for this life. When you open up to the possibility that it doesn't exist in the way that we think it exists, the things that are then achievable, such as access past lives, future lives, all at one time, that becomes possible. You create the possibility here. And if you need proof, and you know, some people like proof, but you can, quantum physics will tell you this stuff can all exist at once, more than likely. when this card appears, it is about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. So it's talking about using, seeing those synchronicities or feeling that energy that's rising with that red and white rose, and then going on your instincts or feeling. Some things that happen that already break our concept of time is just proof of what I feel like proof of it already existing all at the same time is when we're passing on things from lifetime to lifetime, when we bring perhaps it's a phobia that we have that doesn't make any sense, seems very irrational, but it's tied to some sort of experience. It's in a quantum way actually happening at the same time, but how you are experiencing it doesn't seem like it's related to anything in life. These could be irrational fears or phobias, and this would also be that possibility, the ability to change that in your life through different types of quantum techniques. So in essence, you're carrying with you a memory of future and past all in one body. So the point, the perspective, they're saying this is able to be shifted, and this just happens to be the point or the perspective that your body figures it out this year more than ever. I would say huge changes for every single person in the collective. Spontaneous healings, things that caused problems for years, all of a sudden, oh, there is a tie. Maybe we cannot see it directly or have a concrete memory, but that chakra that connects you is wide open. It's clear for you all, and there's an energy supporting you being able to change these things, what type of experience you're having more than ever. It's destiny, destiny that's calling you to step into the magician archetype, each and every one of you, because they're saying you have this new energy to create with. You are unified, you are whole, and you have access to the unified field also. So that's everything. So the ocean here, in our unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. Yeah, it's kind of what we were talking about, is that there are things, even Einstein, there are things that Einstein didn't even understand, right? Spooky action from a distance. Added that word spooky because it kind of just didn't make sense. But it exists. This leaves possibilities for miracles. It leaves possibilities of speaking to your time traveler self. It leaves the door wide open as to what you're able to do, but don't actually have to fully comprehend how you're doing it. And this will definitely be individual on every single level, as you are part of a whole, but at this time, from this perspective, it's your perspective. So interesting, collective. So let's have another prediction for this year for collective. Whew. There's a lot of dense things that you are going to be, again, offering up. There's some sort of weight or density That you're going to realize you had more options than what meets the surface, than what was obvious for you to see was available as an option. Okay, so the multiverse here is asking you to drop the laws that govern you. These laws that govern you, that you think govern you, these, let's call them restrictions in a way, that contribute to the denseness of a situation, or the weight, the burden, the heaviness. So many more options are out there for you to choose. The possibilities are absolutely endless. And right here, we can get a feeling, you know, that line kind of representing the surface. We can get a feeling like that's all there is. This is the line, but there's more. There's things, I feel like there's going to be things that happen that defy the law of physics as we know it. Things that we see. Eventually we'll have a definition of what we think it is, especially things in the sky or natural phenomenon. But we'll have to let go of what we think is possible and be open. That drawing, looking up. That's what I'm getting from that. Look up. So, excuse me, let me get some water. Pluto. Ooh. So moving out of Pluto into the age of Aquarius also, right? So Pluto is maybe what's being offered up in a sense. What we're going to be offering up to spirit, to your higher self, to remove is the weight. It's unavoidable transformation. Meaning there will be a realignment until you feel centered, balanced, and energized. If any part of you is walking throughout your day saying, I don't feel good, or I feel heavy, or same old, then you know you're going to go through unavoidable transformation. The realignment is going to help you feel weightless in what has been, we've fully identified with being a very weighted, dense place. So I do see people like stepping through a portal of, wow, this is kind of amazing. You could have changes that are 360, you know. I guess they call it 180, doing a 180, turning around, but this is completely like death, rebirth, 360, a circle. You're going to do it. There's going to be a death, rebirth. Okay, and things fall away. The ordeal, the nightmare, in some senses, is going to be over and transformed until you are in alignment with this highest version of yourself possible. Every single person will have habits fall away, friendships, partnerships, any kind of karma that's cellularly been transferred here from other lives. Open to the possibility of spirit taking it and relieving you, then guess what? You can manifest that. So people that know what's possible with their ability to manifest, they're led away from false light into true light. And true light is you are the divine spark. You say what happens. You say what comes and goes. And how you perceive things and how you experience things. You do not identify anymore with any kind of victim mentality, which would include systems meant to keep you in a loop. So offer that up. Offer that up. Yeah, candle's about to go out. That always represents to me excuse me, and feeling relieved because it's the end of a chapter, and so there will be a new one. There will be a new flame taking its place. Maybe you felt like the last few years something has taken your flame, or like it's hard to maintain it, to shield it from getting blown out because of so many different things happening, maybe all at the same time too. So we can send out an intention with this. So I intend with this candle for the angels to help us all to manifest the life and the experience that we want, to give us courage and strength to pack those bags of emotional burdens, cycles, and loops, that anything that stops us from feeling like we have that power, allowing them to take it. Yeah. And of course, for your abundance, right? I just assume abundance will come in with this type of energy because it's so transformative and it's so no limits. Woo! Dark energy. Dark energy is about the mysteries. Don't be afraid of that. It's about the mystery. And so the ocean is mysterious. That card was about things that the incomprehensible. Yeah, that thing that is hard to comprehend. Okay, so ultimately, this means, let me go to the book. It means that there is some type of potential that will be unlocked. Yeah, oh, okay, so I'm looking at the density card here, and it says your affirmation is, I drop my burdens. Dark energy, the mystery, undiscovered potential. Dark energy is the most prevalent in the universe, and it is of unknown origin. It is in the darkness where we find our most valued talents, passions, and motivations. The darkness is not always about going into the basement to look for pain. Dark energy is universally defined as unknown energy. So what if you are being a certain version of yourself, thinking that it is all of your potential? It says there's much more to discover. And so combining that, I say your potentials of what you could be, who you could be, and what you want to manifest for yourself is actually incomprehensible, but that's the type of belief system that would probably allow you to be open to any kind of possibility, no matter what. It's like a trust in the great mystery here. Wow. Okay. And you know, this past year could have felt like the stratopause, I would say. The stratopause is when we feel like we are at a spiritual bus stop. We haven't made our mind up. They're saying that the decision is going to be all yours, but those choices of the options to go, for one thing, they're going to be numerous, and many of them. But consider this like a brief point. You're not going to stay in the stratopause. It is merely the waiting place, the waiting room, the bus stop, right? You don't stay there long. So there's a transition here. And then what's interesting is this transition that you're making when you find out, well, okay, what is the target that I want? What do I have my heart set on manifesting for myself? There's gravitational acceleration that is going to help you, meaning you have the forces of nature helping increase your speed exponentially towards your target. This happens with focus and alignment. So you're going to be helped in many different ways. That is the energy. It's coming in to help people. Awakening energy does that. it wakes you up to let you know everything's connected. You can figure out anything you want to figure out. If you can dream it up, it's probably possible. The wolf. So in this deck, the wolf is the one that leads the pack. That's probably you. Interesting. Scorpion. This came out in Leo's reading for their 2026. I don't think I haven't posted it when this one comes out though. You don't have, so you can be any sign and be a leader of the pack, a part of the group that's here to make significant changes with this every day-to-day life. When I see moth, I think of metamorphosis in the dark time, or transformation during a dark period, after maybe a dark night of the soul. It's kind of, and then getting back into life activities. But there's going to be like a switch here, a switch up of what that's going to be about. Scorpion is all about your confidence. And you know, when I see this card, I look at it as you're being spiritually armored up at this time, and know that it is actually built into you genetically to receive divine protection. You should have a lot of confidence in yourself. What else? And it has the green, so the transformation might have had a lot to do with your heart chakra. I have the phoenix, the rising phoenix. This is the new energy. The phoenix, the bird in mythology, will kind of create an altar for himself, annihilate everything, burn its whole self up on an altar, because it knows every 500 years it's able to change into a completely new form. There's trust you have to have in a process that sometimes requires us to burn everything down or offer everything up. Sometimes it comes to that. You have the dragonfly. That might just be a card that's maybe maybe related to somebody that has been passed on, a loved one, but it represents clarity of mind, enough to see through the illusion in life. So your intellect, your claircognizant, I think that would be saying that too. It's going to be like on point. It will be very sharp, very clear, and not afraid. That's interesting. Rabbit in the reverse in the panther. This is saying that you do not fear the dark energy anymore, because look at the genetics with this panther. The eyes are made to see in that energy, and they have a defense system. So they're not fearful, or they're not shy of the dark. And that's the energy too that's going to be supporting you, is your fierceness. And the great mystery is unfolding with the whale. The great mystery of life. Okay, let's see if they can tell us anything else. Let's use the 108 Oracle. Nice. Wings. I see wings. Geez, these are airplane wings, but your earth angel wings have come in. Airplane. Travel long distance, speed, overcome, freedom. Things work out, in control, leaving things behind. What you're leaving behind is the burden. You're leaving the density behind because you're taking flight. Wow. And you have this mental insight, the ability to come up with a strategic move. It has to do with this being open to different possibilities. Your belief in how time works is different. Something like that's going to allow you to be a mastermind of your experience with the chess. Uncertain times. And we are in uncertain times. It's because there's this shift going on. Some people are staying in a very dense environment or a dense situation. But I think they're saying right now this might be just the feeling that we have going into this year as we're uncertain. It looks like, if you're being drawn to this, that they one thing you can be certain of is like new energy, new life force, a new you, and transformation from a dense situation. There can be also a contract or an offer coming your way, something that really will accelerate you, take you to the next level. With gavel. Oh. The truth, judgment, justice. Wow, another phoenix. Crap. And some Tesla fans out there, right? 369. Nice. Okay, so, I mean, just beautiful. Phoenix again, transformation, eternal soul, renew, resurrection, rebirth, rising from the ashes, emerge. That's what you can be certain about, is that nothing will ever be the same. And you're changing a lot in your body. Your whole life might look completely different by the end of next year. And you may be leading the pack or leading other people in the collective through a transformation, through these energies. Yeah, this could mean an offer. And then this card right here, the Knight of Pentacles, does have to do with a person that is offering you quite a bit of money. In his guidebook for the Pulp Tarot. Wealth. Ooh. And that flipped into the reverse. 7 of Cups in the reverse. The same as this energy of the dragonfly is you are seeing things clearly. Not confused by choices that you simply do not want to say yes to anymore as a collective, as humans. Systems you don't want to participate in. Belief things, belief systems that keep you limited. Maybe changing work up or something getting better for your work with the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you all applying the things that you love to do into your work. Yeah, beating out competition. So stay focused and pick you. Queen of Cups, pick you. Fill your cup up first. It's necessary to be able to expect to have anything left in it for anybody else. So there might be also a focus on your health, but you picking you doing what's best for you, this is what's going to bring this success. Trust the mystery. Trust the great mystery. The whale. The whale. Also access to, like I said that before, but Akashic field, Akashic records. Yeah. 888. I am abundant. So that's your number for 2026. And it is, as you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you're clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life. And you are creating a place for abundance. So that's what I have for you all today. If you want a private reading, the link is in the description box below. They are pre-recorded videos for you. I can do them on the yearly if you want me to do an overview of a yearly. Yeah, okay, so I keep that information down there, put in the notes on checkout what you would like to know. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a happy and a safe new year. And thank you also for being part of this journey with me. And I send you so much love. I support you as you support me. We can do this together, right? So love and light. Bye.